see how far we can fall tonight. You're sitting shotgun in a coat that cost $1,000, tracing patterns on the leather with your trembling hand. We just left the penthouse party that we both despise, with a pocket full of secrets and some bloodshot eyes. You look like heaven, but you taste like a mistake, a beautiful addiction that I just can't seem to break. Got the city lights reflecting off your platinum rings. We're just two damaged birds with designer wings. You pull me closer, whispering a golden lie, while the rain beats a rhythm from a velvet sky. I know you're using me to fix your broken soul, but honey, I'm the one who's losing all control. You wear a toxic halo, glowing in the neon light, burning up my atmosphere, destroying me tonight. A beautiful disaster, a luxury disease. You got me on my knees, begging for a breeze. We're crashing into static, we're bleeding digital blue, but there is nothing more addictive than the wreck of you. Yeah, look at that toxic halo spark. We're just two pretty demons dancing in the dark. Smoke from your lips fills the panoramic view. I'm driving 95 just to get away from you, but you're a ghost in the rear view, a shadow on the floor. The more you push me out, the more I knock on your door. We're living in a matrix of luxury, depression, turning every single heartbeat into a confession. You delete your profile, then you text me at 4, saying, are you still awake? I can't take it anymore. We fake our confidence, we wear our trauma like a brand. Two digital elites sinking in the quicksand. You're a dangerous dream, a seductive design, a beautiful poison that I'm treating like wine. You wear a toxic halo, glowing in the neon light, burning up my atmosphere, destroying me tonight. A beautiful disaster, a luxury disease. You got me on my knees, begging for a breeze. We're crashing into static, we're bleeding digital blue, but there is nothing more addictive than the wreck of you. Yeah, look at that toxic halo spark. We're just two pretty demons dancing in the dark. Is it love or is it vanity? Are we chasing peace or just a sanity? Your halo isn't holy, it's a circular wire, and every time I touch it, I catch on fire. But let it burn. Let the luxury break. I'd rather drown with you than stay awake. Look at us now, we're a work of art, a pair of expensive broken hearts. You wear a toxic halo, glowing in the neon light, burning up my atmosphere, destroying me tonight. A beautiful disaster, a luxury disease. You got me on my knees, begging for a breeze. We're crashing into static, we're bleeding digital blue, but there is nothing more addictive than the wreck of you. Glowing in the dark, your hair was fading out, stirring the snow, just to free a memory. Digital blue, we look so perfect when we lose. 3 a.m. on the radar, windows down, but I don't feel the breeze. Just the neon bleed. Yeah. The dashboard's glowing a toxic shade of blue. Every red light in the city reminds me of you. You left your cheap lipstick on my expensive dash. A beautiful wreck we were built to crash. V12 engine screaming through the midnight mist. Got your ghost on my lips from the very last kiss. You love the chaos, you love the high class pay. We're just two broken mirrors standing in the rain. You call me crying from a VIP lounge, saying the walls of this digital world are crashing down. We wear our scars like designer clothes. panoramic roof. You lie so sweet, but the camera is the proof. A cyber romance built on velvet and ice. We paid the highest fee for a discounted vice. I'm driving 90 down a one-way street of regret, with a half-burned memory and a cigarette. You're in addiction clothing, Saint Laurent silk, crying over spilled milk, but it's poison milk. Your Instagram's active, but your heart went dead. Living in the matrix of the things you said. Cold luxury, lonely in a crowded room. We're just two bright stars flirting with our doom. And we're just dropping diamonds in the rain, trying to find some luxury inside the pain. Neon on your skin, tears on your face. We're running out of time in a beautiful place. Flash the headlights, let the baseline bleed. You're the only toxic medicine I'll ever need. Diamonds in the rain, catching the light. We look so perfect while we ruin our lives tonight. A ghost in my conscience just to feel your touch. Yeah. We wanted the world, but we hated it too much. Digital tears on an iPhone screen, the prettiest disaster that you've ever seen. Are we in love or are we just numb, waiting for the morning and the hangover to come? Look at us glow, look at us bleed. Look at the monster that your vanity agreed to feed. But God, you look stunning under the street lamp glare, with the water dripping down your platinum We're just dropping diamonds in the rain, still trying to buy our way out of the pain. Neon on your skin, tears on your face. We're running out of time in a beautiful place. Flash the headlights, let the baseline bleed. You're the only toxic medicine I'll ever need. Diamonds in the rain, catching the light. We look so perfect while we ruin our lives tonight. Ruin our lives tonight. Just pretty stones in a storm. Cold luxury. Your text goes on the right. My tank goes to empty. Diamonds in the rain, just rain. Diamonds in the rain, just rain. Another five-star room, another zero-sum game. Look at the view from the top. It's beautiful, but it's freezing. White leather couches and a floor-to-ceiling view, but the penthouse feels haunted when I'm looking at you. You're wrapped in a blanket from a boutique hotel, living in a heaven that we both know is hell. Your mascara's tracing out a digital line. We're sipping expensive regret and pretending it's wine. Got a wallet full of plastic and a heart full of stone. We're sitting side by side, but we're completely alone. You say that you love me, then you delete the thread, leaving a ghost in the space on your side of the bed. The clock on the microwave says it's 3:45. We're doing 95 just to feel alive. And there's no sleep in paradise tonight. toward a chandelier sky. You hold your confidence up like a weaponized liar. An addictive design, a seductive mistake, a cinematic fever that I don't wanna break. I check my phone just to see if you care, but you're a shadow in the room that we never shared. We wear trauma like it's runway couture, second in a luxury we can't quite cure. You ghost in my reality, you're hacking my brain, leaving nothing but the static in a luxury stain. Two pretty souls on a downward slide, with nowhere left for our demons to hide. There's no sleep in paradise tonight, we're just burning too bright under the neon light. A beautiful disaster in a velvet cage, writing tragic love letters on a digital page. Pour another glass of that high class vein, watch the diamonds dissolve right into the rain. No sleep in paradise, we look so clean, but we're the loneliest monsters that you've ever seen. We wanted the fame, we wanted the rush. Now the silence is a weight that is trying to crush. Is it lust, is it hate, is it just a disease? When you have everything but you're still on your knees. But look at the view, yeah, look at the sky. Tell me a beautiful lie before we say goodbye. We're beautifully broken, we're elegantly numb, just waiting for the morning and the crash to come. There's no sleep in paradise tonight, we're just burning too bright under the neon light. A beautiful disaster in a velvet cage, let that velvet cage, writing tragic love letters on a digital page. No sleep, just neon, just us. The room service is cold, your heart is colder, digital blue faded out. Here is a completely fresh. Signals breaking up again. 3 a.m. out on the edge of the grid. Don't hang up yet. The reception's dying on this rain-soaked drive. I'm pushing 100 just to feel alive. Your voice is breaking through the FaceTime feed. A beautiful ghost is the only thing I need. You're sitting in your bedroom 3 time zones away, bleeding tears on a velvet dress from yesterday. We are a toxic transmission, a digital sin. Two broken signals trying to let each other in. I see the neon city lights blurring on my glass. A cold luxury capsule moving way too fast. You told me that you hate me, then you blew me a kiss. How did we end up in a tragic loop like this? So won't you kiss me through the static tonight? We're just two dark stars burning out of sight. The signal's fading out, the screen is turning blue, but there is nothing more addictive than the ghost of you. Yeah, catch the white noise, let the bassline bleed. You're the only pretty poison that I'll ever need. Kiss me through the static, hold on to the line. We look so beautiful while we run out of time. Smoke rings drifting through the Wi-Fi waves. We're just digital elite digging shallow graves. You're updating your story while you're breaking my heart. A curated disaster, a modern work of art. I got your name programmed in a toxic code, a midnight romance ready to explode. Sipping cold champagne in a warm dark room, elegantly numb, flirting with our doom. You ghosted my reality to live in my head. Now I'm sleeping on the words that you never said. Cyberpunk heartbreak tears on the screen, the most addictive nightmare that I've ever seen. So close to you. Floating all by yourself in a sea of black. Everyone watches you, but nobody touches you. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. and I feel just like you. I'm staring through the glass of a high-rise view. The city is a mirror and it looks like you. A million blinking lights, but there's no warmth inside. Just a cold luxury prison where our secrets hide. You left your designer jacket on my marble floor, walked out into the midnight rain and slammed the door. Now I'm drinking champagne just to kill the taste of a beautiful romance that we threw to waste. We're just two celestial bodies drifting out of bounds, chasing the high until the gravity pulls us down. You ghost in my heart, but you're still in my blood. A silver lining drowning in a toxic flood. And I'm lonely like the moon tonight, orbiting your shadow in the neon light. They see me shining bright from a distance away, but I'm just a dead rock freezing in the grave. Beautifully broken, elegantly cold, living out a tragic story that was never told. Yeah, lonely like the moon, watching you glow with a heart made of craters down below. Smoke rings rising toward my panoramic roof. I delete your old text, but the memory's the proof. You're a cyber romance built on velvet and lies, with the dark masculine energy masking my cries. I see your silhouette on every single street, a late night driving rhythm to a heartbreak beat. You wear your trauma like it's high fashion couture, sinking in an obsession that we cannot cure. We're an expensive mistake, a high class design, a beautiful disaster that I'm treating like mine. Digital age sadness on a 5-inch screen, the prettiest nightmare that I've ever seen. And I'm lonely like the moon tonight, orbiting your shadow in the neon light. They see me shining bright from a distance off your designer dress. We're kneeling in the dark, trying to confess a beautiful mess. You've got a halo made of neon and smoke, a high-priced addiction that left both of us broke. I'm driving through the cathedral of these empty streets, listening to the rhythm that's your cold heartbeats. Got a bottle of communion wine that we stole from the bar, sipping away our sins in a luxury car. You say we're going to heaven, but you're leading me to hell. A toxic little secret that we're never gonna tell. We wear our scars like a luxury brand, two beautiful sinners holding hands in the sand. And we're just broken saints under the neon light, trading our souls for a taste of the night. Beautifully ruined, elegantly cursed, trying to figure out which one of us is worse. So pour the holy water on the dash, blood fire. We're running on a mixture of regret and desire. Broken saints fading out into gray. We pray for the night because we're scared of the day. Smoke rings floating toward the chandelier sky. You hold your confidence up like a weaponized lie. You delete my number just to see if I'll call. A cyber age romance heading straight for a fall. I see the dark feminine energy pulling me deep into a digital matrix where nobody can sleep. We're living out a tragedy in VIP rooms, too expensive flowers flirting with our dooms. Yeah, Instagram is active but your spirit is dead, living in the echo of the things that you said. Cyberpunk heartbreak, tears on the leather. We built a beautiful cage out of stormy weather. And just broken saints under the neon light, trading our souls for a taste of the night. Beautifully ruined, elegantly cursed, trying to figure out which one of us is worse. Pour the holy water on the dashboard fire. We're running on a mixture of regret and desire. Broken saints fading out into gray. We pray for the night because we're scared of the day. 'Cause we're scared of the day. Are we seeking redemption or are we just numb? Waiting for the morning and the heavy crash to come. Your embrace is the altar where I sacrifice my mind, leaving every single piece of my sanity behind. But let it burn. Not the sanctuary fall. I'd rather suffer with you than have nothing at all. Look at us now, we're a modern design, two broken icons drinking poison wine. We're just broken saints under the neon light, trading our souls for a taste of the night. Ruined, elegantly cursed, trying to figure out which one of us is worse. Broken saints, no churches gonna hold us. Just the 3 a.m. rain and the velvet darkness. Forgive us, forget us. Fade to static. Screen lighting up the dark room, 3:45. I told myself I wouldn't answer this time, but here we are. Your name flashes on the screen like a warning sign, a toxic habit that I practice every single time. You're crying in the back of an expensive cab, bleeding your emotions on a digital tab. I'm sitting on the edge of my unmade bed, replaying every single bit of thing that you said. You look like a model with a broken heart, a masterpiece of chaos, a high And those after midnight calls always pull me in, right back to the place where the disasters begin. Neon on your lips, static in my mind. We're running out of sanity and running out of time. Hands to the ring, let the 808s bleed. You're the only beautiful addiction that I'll ever need. After midnight calls, lighting up the dark. Two lonely entities waiting for a spark. Smoke rings drifting toward the ceiling fan. Tracing out the map of our self-destructive plan. You drop your location, it's a 5-star hotel, a cold luxury prison where our demons dwell. I'm driving 90 miles through the pouring rain, with the dashboard glowing from the digital pain. You wear your vulnerability like runway clothes, but what happens when the champagne stops and the river flows? Cyberpunk heartbreak on a 5-inch screen, the most seductive nightmare that I've ever seen. You ghost my reality to live in my head, feeding on the fragments of the words we left unsaid. And those after midnight calls always pull me in, right back to the place where the disasters begin. Neon on your lips, static in my mind. We're running out of sanity and running out of time. Hands to the ring, let the 808s bleed. You're the only beautiful addiction that I'll ever need. After midnight calls, lighting up the dark. Two lonely entities waiting for a spark. Is it love or is it just the 3 a.m. design? Are you really lonely or just wasting my time? I hang up the phone, but I'm unlocking the door, because the pain you give me leaves me begging for more. So let the signal break, let it break, let the neon burn. We're past the point of safety, past the point of return. Look at us glow, look at us slide. Two expensive tragedies with nowhere left to those after midnight calls always pull me in, right back to the place where the disasters begin. Neon on your lips, static in my mind. We're running out of sanity, not running out of time. Don't hang up yet. Just a 3 a.m. shadow, cold luxury. Your voice fading to static, fading now. Look at the horizon. City is bleeding into the dark. 3:15 a.m. We're running out of road, but we keep pushing the pedal. Yeah. An expensive engine idling under the blood red glow of a broken traffic light where the bad decisions grow. You're leaning back in velvet, watching the embers burn from a half-smoked cigarette, past the point of no return. We just left the high rise where the shadows learn to dance, trading our sanity for a sliver of romance. Got the dashboard lighting up your cybernetic gaze. Two beautiful disasters lost inside a luxury maze. You say you love the danger, love the way the engine screams when we're tearing up the fabric of each other's dreams. Cold masculine ego, dark feminine soul. We collide in the static till we lose all control. And we're just driving toward a crimson skyline tonight, bleeding our emotions in the dirty neon tank on empty.
The sun is still on the silk sheets, 3 a.m. and there's suffocation in the bottle. I breathe you in even though it kills me.
The air in this empty loft is getting way too heavy to breathe. You left a trail of expensive poison right before you had to leave. A lingering phantom of Baccarat Rouge mixed with your dark regrets, shedding your memory all over my room like a pack of cigarettes. I'm running my fingers down the velvet couch where we lost our minds. Two beautiful casualties tangled up in our own design. Got the panoramic windows foggy from the midnight rain. We're just two rich kids trading our youth for a high-class pain. You ghosted my bed, but you left your signature in the air. An invisible cage that holds me tight when you're not even there. A cold masculine ego drowning inside a sweet designer trap. We built an empire of chaos and watched the whole thing collapse. And I'm just chasing the echoes of your perfume tonight, sinking into the madness under the cold neon light. An addictive obsession and luxury disease. You leave your scent on my skin and bring me straight to my knees. Let the baseline bleed out, let the digital monitors flare. There's a ghost in my room and it's playing with my despair. Echoes of your perfume, catching the midnight chill. I know you're destroying my life, but baby I love it still. Smoke rings rising up to meet them in the middle of ceiling beam. I check my phone just to see your silhouette inside a dream. You're updating your status from a lounge across the town, wearing a mask of confidence while everything is crashing down. Digital age sadness trapped inside a 5-inch screen, the most seductive nightmare that the city's ever seen. We wear our trauma like a toy, we fake our boutique smiles, but we're just two lonely souls separated by highway miles. I drive 90 down the boulevard with your scent on my clothes, a cinematic breakdown that nobody in this world knows. You're an expensive addiction, a toxic designer drug, and I'm suffocating slowly in the memory of you. And I'm just chasing the echoes of your perfume tonight, sinking into the madness under the cold neon light. An addictive obsession, a luxury disease. You leave your scent on my skin and bring me straight to my knees. Let the baseline bleed out, let the digital monitors flare. There's a ghost in my room and it's playing with my despair. Echoes of your perfume, catching the midnight chill. I know you're destroying my life, but baby I love it still. Is it love or is it just a chemical high? Are you a sweet memory or just a beautiful lie? I open all the windows but I can't clear the space. I still taste your toxic lipstick all over my face. So let the bottles break, the luxury fade. I'm a willing prisoner to the trap that you made. Look at us burn, look at us bleed. Your shadow is the only oxygen I'll ever need. Chasing the echoes of your perfume tonight, sinking into the madness under the cold neon light. An addictive obsession, the luxury disease. You leave your scent on my skin and bring me straight to my knees. Echoes of your perfume, it's fading out, the scent of you and the rain. developing in the dark. 3 a.m. staring at a ghost on glossy paper. You're losing your color. Or maybe I'm just losing my mind. Flashbulb blinded us inside the penthouse suite. Now I'm staring at the edges where our memories meet. You were sitting on the counter in my oversized shirt, smiling so bright it made my chest cavities hurt. But the chemicals bleeding, the image is turning to gray. Just like the way you packed your bags and drifted away. Got the panoramic view of a rain-soaked town, watching the colors of our digital paradise burn down. We wear our toxic scars like a designer code, living on the fragments of a suicide note. You were my dark feminine obsession, my high-priced drug, and now I'm suffocating in a picture I should've done. And we're just faded Polaroids left out in the rain, trying to preserve a little beauty inside of the pain. Neon on the borders, chemical tears on your face. We're completely erasing from a beautiful place. Flash the studio lights, let the heavy sub-bass bleed. You're the only pretty nightmare that I'll ever need. Fading Polaroids, losing the glow. You look so perfect just a few frames ago. Smoke rings drifting across the glossy print. Your eyes are losing that expensive, dangerous glint of cyber age romance, captured on analog film. Two detached souls playing out a tragedy film. I check my profile just to see if you cleared the feed. Curated ghosting is a modern type of bleed. We used to capture the madness at 4 in the morning, ignoring every single digital indicator and warning. Now I'm driving 90 miles through a late night haze, with a glove box full of photos from our beautiful days. Luxury depression sitting heavy on my passenger seat, an empty frame keeping time to a trap soul beat. And we're just fading Polaroids left out in the rain, trying to preserve a little beauty inside of the pain. Neon on the borders, chemical tears on your face. We're completely erasing from a beautiful place. Flash the studio lights, let the heavy sub-bass bleed. You're the only pretty nightmare that I'll ever need. Fading Polaroids, losing the glow. You look so perfect just a few frames ago. Is it nostalgia, or is it just a disease? When a piece of paper brings you straight to your knees. I can't rewrite the script, I can't stop the fate. I'm a permanent prisoner to the memories we made. So let the colors bleed, let them bleed, let the imagery break. I'd rather hold a ghost than have to stay awake. Look at us fade, look at us go. Too expensive tragedies, burning out slow. We're just fading Polaroids left out in the rain, trying to preserve a little beauty inside of the pain. Neon on the borders, chemical tears on your face. We're completely erasing from a beautiful place. Fading Polaroids, just white edges now, nothing left to see. Just 3 a.m. static, cold luxury memory turning completely white. Digital blue, a fade to black. System overload.
touch me once.
And watch the whole grid catch fire. Yeah.
Note. I'm watching the neon billboard, short circuit in the spray of a midnight downpour that's trying to wash our sins away. Got the dashboard displaying a system-wide failure warning, but we're too busy chasing the high to care about the morning. You look like a goddess wrapped up in high voltage silk, a cybernetic obsession feeding on my poison milk. We wear our emotional trauma like a custom-built frame. Two expensive machines destroying each other in the game. And I'm just living with electric heart damage tonight, running on a backup generator in the flashing light. Beautiful emergency, a high class glitch in the design. You got your toxic data completely tangled up with mine. Let the frequency shatter, let the heavy sub bass bleed. You're the only dangerous current that I'll ever need. Electric heart damage, throwing off a jagged spark. We look so flawless while we short circuit in the dark. Smoke rings drifting across the holographic screen. You're the most seductive nightmare the city's ever seen. You deleted my files, then you ping me at 4, saying the connection is down, but I still want some more. Digital like sadness wrapped up in a 5-inch display. We fake our confidence while our colors completely fade away. We're sinking to the bottom of a luxury depression pool. Two disconnected souls playing the role of the fool. I drive 90 miles through the grid with your spark on my skin. A cinematic main character breakdown about to begin. You're an expensive addiction, a software defect in my brain, leaving nothing behind but a permanent beautiful stain. And I'm just living with electric heart damage tonight, running on a backup generator in the flashing light. Beautiful emergency, a high class glitch in the design. You got your toxic data completely tangled up with mine. Let the frequency shatter, let the heavy sub bass bleed. You're the only dangerous current that I'll ever need. Electric heart damage, throwing off a jagged spark. We look so flawless while we short circuit in the dark. Short circuit in the dark. Is it a real connection or just a power surge? When we're standing right on the edge of the destructive verge. I don't wanna save space, I don't wanna reboot. I wanna burn in the flames of your absolute truth. So let the power grid fail, let the matrix collapse. I'm a willing victim to our chronological lapse. Look at us glow, look at us fracture and bleed. Your chaotic current is the only pulse that I tears. Battery empty, disconnecting. Look down at the grid, millions of people, billions of stories, but we're the only ones bleeding in neon tonight. Glass I feel you sitting inside on the Italian marble floor, with your head in your hands wondering what we're fighting for. The reflection of the skyline
ceiling glass. I'm replaying the memories, watching the minutes pass. You're updating your location from a VIP lounge, but you're the only anchor that can make me drown.
Digital age sadness on a 5-inch screen, the prettiest disaster that this town has ever seen. We wear our confidence like armor, we fake our boutique smiles, but we're just two broken hearts separated by concrete miles. I pull the keys from my pocket, I step out into the mist, still feeling the poison of your name on my wrist. Cyberpunk heartbreak, tears on the leather seats as I drive 90 miles through these empty glowing streets. And we're just matching the city lights up with our scars, trying to find out who we are under the dying stars. A beautiful emergency, a cold luxury design. We're running out of runway, we're running out of time. Let the headlights flash, let the heavy sub bass bleed. You're the only toxic medicine I will ever need. City lights and scars, catching the midnight glow. We look so perfect while we ruin everything below.
Is it fame, is it lust, or are we just afraid of the dark?
Waiting in the shadows for a single fleeting spark. I don't want a clean break, I don't want a safe space, I just want the chaos of your tears on my face. So let the towers fall, let the grid crash down. I'd rather drown with you than rule this empty town. Look at us glow, look at us fracture and bleed. You're beautiful,
Destruction is the only pulse that I need.
matching the city lights up with our scars, trying to find out who we are under the dying stars. A beautiful emergency, a cold luxury design. We're running out of runway, and we're running out of time.
City lights and scars, they look the same from up here. Just glowing lines in the dark, cold luxury depression. Your text left on red, skyline fading out to gray. Forgive us, or join us. 3 a.m. down on the strip. The rain is washing the streets, but it can't wash this clean. Watch the sign flicker. Here we go.
Pink and violet shadows dripping down your designer heels. We don't talk about our trauma, we just talk about how it feels. You're leaning on the brick wall of a hidden back door lounge, with a pocket full of vices that can make a kingdom drown. Got the midnight mist rolling off the hood of my car, with 2 expensive mistakes trying to reach for a star. You look like a dark angel wrapped in velvet and lace, with the digital static reflecting all over your face. You pull me by the collar, whisper a beautiful sin, a toxic little countdown that I know I can't win. We look so immaculate in our cold luxury frame, 2 broken souls playing a dangerous game, and we're just hiding our sins under neon and light, trading our futures for a flash of the light. A beautiful corruption and addictive disease. You got my ego shattered, bringing me to my knees. Let the headlights bleed, let the sub bass roll. There is no clean way out when you're losing control. Sins under neon, sparking in the rain. We make a masterpiece out of our high-class pain.
Smoke rings floating toward the cybernetic sky. You trace my jawline with a well-rehearsed lie. You ghost in my reality to fix up your feet. A curated disaster is the only thing we breathe.
Digital age sadness on an
from the dawn, when the illusion is over and the magic is gone. I don't want a clean conscience, I don't want a safe space. I want the beautiful static of your tears on my face. So let the lights flicker, let them burn, let the strip go dark. We're just two stray wires looking for a spark. Look at us glow, look at us slide. Two expensive tragedies with nowhere left to hide. Hiding our sins under neon tonight. Trading our futures for a flash of light. A beautiful corruption, an addictive disease. You got my ego shattered, bringing me to my knees. Sands on the neon, the signs are turning off. Just gray glass left in the morning. Digital blue, fading out to black. Your number blocked, the tank on empty. I still feel the impression on the seat, a soft texture in a cold world. 3 a.m. and I'm chasing something that isn't even here. Watch the neon bleed into the leather. Yeah, you left your designer shadow in the corner of my eyes. A beautiful honey wrapped in high-class velvet lies. I'm sitting in the cockpit of a car that cost a spine, sipping down the memory of when your lips matched mine. Got the panoramic roof taking in the midnight mist, replaying every single toxic game up on your list. You look like a vision from a high-end fashion magazine, the prettiest disaster that the city's ever seen. You say that you're detached, that your spirit's gone cold, living out a narrative that never should be told. A dark feminine energy pulling at my wheel, making me forget about the things I used to feel. And I'm just riding with the velvet ghost tonight, floating through the static in the cold neon light. An expensive obsession, a beautiful disease. You leave an empty space that brings me straight to my knees. Let the headlights flash, let the heavy sub bass roll. There's no luxury in losing all your control. Velvet ghost haunting the passenger side. We look so perfect with nowhere left to hide. Smoke rings drifting toward the leather trim dash. We built a digital empire just to watch the whole thing crash. You ghosted my reality to fix up your online feed. A curated heartbreak is the only thing we breathe. Digital like sadness on a high gloss screen. You're the most seductive nightmare that I've ever seen. Sipping cold champagne from a silver plated cup. We're sinking to the bottom, but we're looking way up. You wear your trauma like a runway design, a seductive little trap that you tangle with mine. Obsession in the rear of your regret on the floor. The more it destroys me, the more I beg for more. And I'm just riding with the velvet ghost tonight, floating through the static in the cold neon that brings me straight to my knees. Velvet ghost, velvet ghost. The texture is fading out. Just empty leather left in the morning. Digital blue turning into gray. Your profile deleted.